Been 5 years since the last Spider-Man film came out, not including the Spider-Verse movies, and now he is back with a brand new day. Spider-Man Brand New Day is the fourth installment in the Tom Holland Spider-Man franchise, and this takes place 4 years after the events of No Way Home, where he and Doctor Strange made a spell to make everybody forget who Peter Parker is. So he's working full-time as Spider-Man, doing what he does best, protect New York and fight crime. All the while, there is a strange thing going on in him that he's trying to figure out along the way. I went in this movie with very high expectations, and though they weren't all met, I still had a blast with this film. I really, really loved it. I will start off with the negatives because no movie's perfect, and there are some flaws, but there isn't much. I would say the biggest flaw I will discuss in the spoiler section of the video, but my biggest fear for the movie kind of came true. It did cram a lot in here. I don't think it crammed as much as Spider-Man 3 or TASM 2 did, but sometimes it could be a little hard to follow. And I'm not one to usually complain about CGI, but some of it looked rough, especially in the opening montage. But other than that, this movie was a blast to get through. And I may need more time to think about this, but I think Tom Holland might be my new favorite Spider-Man. And I think he got to a place where he plays both Peter Parker and Spider-Man so very well. And this is coming from a fan who has always preferred Tobey Maguire, and he's been my favorite Spider-Man for a long time. I think this film might have put Tom Holland passing Tobey for me. He did a great job in No Way Home, and I think he improved on his Spider-Man over time. I think he might have been I think this might be the film where I can officially say Tom is my favorite Spider-Man. The side characters are also very fun as well. Zendaya and CEO return as MJ and Ned, and they're fun as well. Sadie Sink did a very great job. John Bernthal is always fun as the Punisher, and he's especially fun in here. And this is easily the best version of Mark Ruffalo's Hulk since Ragnarok. And as a longtime Hulk fan, I am very, very pleased with what they did. This movie is directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who previously made Shang-Chi and Wonder Man, which, as of this recording, season 2 is canceled, which sucks. So I knew the action was going to be a blast, and yes, it was. This might be the best action I've seen from a Spider-Man film since 2. I really loved the action, and he even did some Insomniac finishes in this film, which was crazy. It's like putting Arkham fighting styles in a Batman movie. Like, if you're gonna put Spider-Man action, base it off of the Insomniac games. I loved some scenes in here that did that, and the suit is amazing. I love the suit in this film. This is easily, I don't know if it's my favorite Spider-Man suit. I still think Andrew's might be a little bit better, but this is up there as one of the best Spider-Man suits for sure. And it helps that he's wore it a lot of times in this film. It looks amazing. And the swinging scenes really felt great. Like, I never really liked the swinging scenes, even in my favorite one, No Way Home. I still thought they were okay, but in here, considering that it's like mostly practical and mostly just stunts, I thought the swinging scenes were probably the best since the Amazing Spider-Man 2. They were very good swinging scenes, and it actually made you feel like you were Spider-Man swinging through the city. And I will say the plot in here is probably the best in the Tom Holland films. It really, really captured the struggles Peter was having, and it was funny when it needed to be. It was emotional when it needed to be. I think this movie did a very good job in terms of balancing humor and emotion, which is something that Marvel movies usually don't do. And I will say they've had a pretty good track record recently because Thunderbolts was great, Deadpool and Wolverine I really enjoyed, Fantastic Four was great, and even some TV shows like Wonder Man and Daredevil are certified bangers. I don't know if the MCU is back, but they are getting pretty close. We'll just have to see how Doomsday goes. And I don't think this is the best Spider-Man film. No Way Home I still think is my favorite one, and I think the Spider-Verse films and 2 also beat this. But I will say it might beat Spider-Man 1. Actually, no, it doesn't. I think it just gets below Spider-Man 1. Like I said, the highs are really high, and it's one of the best modern MCU films post Endgame. It's really, really great. I would overall give this movie 4.5 out of 5. Very great film. I would definitely recommend it for those who have seen it. Now I'm going to talk about spoilers. If you haven't seen it, click off if you haven't. So I would like to start off with the biggest flaw I had in the movie, and that is Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. Now, I liked her character, and I thought she did a good job as Jean, but to me, she does not fit for a Spider-Man film, and this is the fourth film where Spider-Man doesn't have a true enemy of his own. Yes, I mean, we did have Tombstone, and we did have Scorpion and all that, but they weren't the main villains. And yes, I know Vulture and Mysterio are Spider-Man enemies, but their main motive was about Iron Man. And when we did have a Spider-Man villain, he was from another universe with Green Goblin. This is now the fourth Tom Holland film in a row, and his main villain isn't even a Spider-Man villain. It's an X-Man. It's a mutant. And her story is basically similar to Bob from Thunderbolts, especially in the third act. However, the rest of the movie is super solid. Like, the opening montage was extremely fun, and it was cool seeing some of the villains, like I said, Tombstone and Scorpion. The tank chase with Frank was a lot of fun as well, and their buddy dynamic is up there with the three Peters from No Way Home. And I will admit, I was a bit nervous about what they do with a Netflix character in a PG-13 Marvel movie, but they honestly did it very, very well. And he doesn't kill much in this movie. He honestly wasted his bullets on Smart Hulk, but he still did his thing, and he was hilarious at a lot of times. The Staten Island talk also reminds me of the Budapest talk in the Avengers. Hopefully, we actually see it in the future. Speaking of Budapest and Black Widow, for that matter, Yelena also shows up for a bit, and it was, I guess, fun. But the first scene was kind of whatever, especially with the Marvel humor they have in there with the small potatoes and stuff like that. To me, I'm just like, eh. It kind of felt out of place from the rest of the film. It's kind of that cliche Marvel humor to me. But Tom has some amazing, amazing moments as Spider-Man, and yes, pun entirely intended. And say what you want about him, he can deliver an emotional punch to the gut. The last film was when May died, and this film is where he talks to MJ both times. The rooftop was pretty emotional. I kind of knew it wasn't her, but it was still a cool twist regardless. The second talk with MJ, where she finds out about Peter's letter, I thought that was a very well done scene. Honestly, this might be the best scene between these two. It was very emotional. You could really feel the emotion behind Tom and Zendaya. I just really love this scene. There's no music, there's no nothing. It's just these two in this moment, and it is extremely emotional. And especially with people who ship these two, I bet they're very heartbroken as well. Captures the emotion, and the fact that he had to swing her home was probably even more heartbreaking than the conversation itself because they didn't talk at all. I'll talk more about the action in the film because it was really amazing in here, and like I said, the opening tank fight was great, but the second Scorpion fight was also really good. He got ragdolled like fucking crazy at one point. And the Hulk fight was honestly the highlight of the film for me. I've been a Hulk fan since I was a kid, and though I didn't entirely mind Smart Hulk in Endgame specifically, he definitely overstayed his welcome and has been long overdue to get the real Hulk back. And honestly, it was worth the wait. The fight before with Smart Hulk was pretty cool, and Punisher did his thing, like I said. But the fight reached peak when the real Hulk came out, and this might be the biggest he's been in the MCU. Destin definitely did him justice in this film, smashing everything in his way, being a rage monster, and the voice is perfect. Way better than the auto tune they had in Ragnarok, and the perfect way to bring him back. Welcome back, big guy. Please never ever leave again. The final fight with the hand was also dope as hell, too. It's maybe the best fight in the film, and I don't know when the hand started doing that, but they sure as hell didn't do that in the Daredevil show. Maybe we'll see it in Born Again season 3, but we'll see. And Peter saying I'm both at the and controlling his arachnid side at the end was dope as hell. I really enjoyed that fight a lot. The ending though is where I felt things were a tiny bit rushed. A lot of people were hoping Peter would die at the end, leading to the symbiote taking over. But I think they retconned that in Venom 3. I'm not really sure. I don't really remember Venom 3 all that much. But either way, I felt like it would have been a bit more fitting than what we got. However, the scene where everyone is cheering for Spider-Man was really, really well done as well. The ending can be a bit confusing too because he definitely remembers Peter at the end, but does that mean MJ also remembers Peter? I saw her touch the necklace that she got in Far From Home. Does she remember? Because I saw it for a second time and I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure she remembers. Also, I think the end credit scene, because a lot of people have been talking shit about it, it's honestly not that bad. It could have been better. Yes, absolutely. I was hoping for a reveal of some sort, specifically Kingpin. But if anything, it got me more interested. And it could be one of these three things. Option one, Tom somehow ends up in space. I don't know how likely this is. This might be the least likely of the three, especially considering I don't think he's in Doomsday, but this might be a hint to Secret Wars or the end of Doomsday, possibly Battle World. I have no idea. It's either Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield. There have been plenty of rumors for some time now that Tobey's showing up in Doomsday, and maybe it's hinting at that. Maybe he's in the Fantastic Four ship. I have no idea. I mean, this is just kind of like a hopeful option because I really loved seeing Tobey again in No Way Home, but I don't know. Option three, which a lot of people are thinking this is it, it's Miles Morales. especially since the glitch was shown, like, and it was similar to the Spider-Verse glitch. They may be hinting at the end of Beyond the Spider-Verse, but why is he in space? I have no idea. And we don't really know anything right now, but this gets us thinking a lot. Maybe, I guess we'll see how Spider-Verse plays out because it's too early to determine any of this. Either way, gets you talking a lot, which is pretty damn cool in my opinion. Also, Aunt May showing up at the end and basically being the one to put Jean Grey back to her senses, basically. I thought that was really well done. A very well done scene, acted very well by both Marissa Tomei and Sadie Sink. So overall, Spider-Man Brand New Day is a great movie, a delight of a time with great story, actions, characters, and theme. I don't think it's the best Spider-Man film or even the best Tom film, but I definitely understand if you think so because this movie's kick ass. I don't think I'd put this top 5 because I'm still debating whether this or the first Tobey film is better, but I definitely enjoyed this film. This is one of my favorites in not only the MCU, but in terms of Spider-Man movies in general. They haven't missed so far with any of the Spider-Man films in the MCU, so we'll see how the next one goes. And yeah, bloody delight. Very looking forward to seeing the next one, and I'm definitely seeing this at least 5 more times in the theaters. So let me know what you guys thought about Brand New Day down below in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe for more reviews like this. More stuff coming soon. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.